Alright, so I'm about to do a full breakdown of this William McNeil Jr. Traffic stop situation because I feel like there's a lot of conflicting stories that are put out there, even to the point where I was kind of confused about the whole situation as well. But I'm about to break it all down. I'm also going to put a disclaimer out there that in this video, I am not in no shape or form defending what the cop did, because from what the video showed and what we saw as the public, he was wrong. He was still wrong. Okay, so in news reports it says that court records show that McNeil was arrested and charged with resisting arrest without violence to his or her person, possession not more than 20 grams of marijuana with intent to use drug paraphernalia, driving while driver's license is suspended, not wearing a seatbelt, and no headlights in rain, fog, or smoke. Okay, so this is where we break this down, right? So, resisting arrest without violence to his or her person, arrestable offense. Possessing not more than 20 grams of marijuana with intent to use drug paraphernalia. That is a cop discretion type charge depending on what state you're in. So it could be an arrestable offense, it could not. You can leave with a ticket for that amount of marijuana. That depends on what state you're in. Driving while driver's license is suspended, arrestable offense. Not wearing seatbelt and no headlights in rain, fog, or smoke, non-arrestable offense. So I'm going to explain how I think that this played out. So wherever Mr. McNeil was going to, coming back from, the police were behind him. They ran his tag. When they ran his tag, it pops up. It's a system called the GCIC. I think that's what it's called in all states, but I may be mistaken because that may just be a Georgia thing, but it's a system just like that. It tells all your information. So his car information came up and it shows who it's registered to. They plugged in his name in that same system and it came up that he was driving while suspended. But not only that, the cops saw visually that he had on no seatbelt and also that he was driving with no headlights or brakes on during the rain, smoke, or whatever, fog and smoke. So that was the probable cause to conduct the traffic stop. Now the cops already knew that, or had an idea that Mr. McNeil was going to go to jail because of the fact that they ran his information so that he was driving while suspended. So in this case right here, I'm going to say that the cop tried to get him out of the vehicle because you heighten the chance of a suspect driving off and running from you if you tell them that they're going to jail while they're still in the vehicle. So they probably told him to go ahead and get out of the vehicle and he resisted to do so. Now we get into the point of where the cop breaks the glass. There's nothing wrong with that. You're resisting to be placed under arrest, so the cop is going to break your glass, right? Now we get into the point where the punch is thrown. That was excessive. But it was probably used as a shock tactic to get him to release the steering wheel because that is what he was holding on to keep him inside of the car. Now, after they got him out of the vehicle, 3 officers proceed to beat on him to get him to stop resisting arrest, and then they place him under arrest. Excessive? Yes. But let's call a spade a spade. When McNeil was being trailed by the cops and he got pulled over, he 99% of the time knew that he was going to jail because of the fact that he knew that he was driving without, or he was driving with a suspended license. So did he resist? Yes. Was the force excessive? Yes. 2 things could be true, right? But the main thing is, if you know that you're in the wrong, just go ahead and comply. That's point blank period. If you know that you're in the wrong, go ahead and comply. And my last thing is for just anybody that's new to driving or whatever, do not, or just anybody that drives, do not try to hold court on the side of the road. That's it. And one last thing, it does say that McNeil was arrested and pled guilty to resisting a police officer without violence, Waters said. Force absolutely looks ugly, and because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, that still That's still what we're investigating. I still feel that the sheriff, I feel like he needs to do better.